let's move on to the fights that actually did happen. Well, I don't know, would you call it a fight, really? You had a stern match between Tyron Woodley.
I actually enjoyed it, to be honest. Obviously, the first couple of rounds were very slow, but it was a real chess match. I was definitely watching very closely and enjoying it, to be honest.
I thought it was absolutely horrendous. I thought the first fight was a good chess match like that, when Woodley was popping and going on, when Wonderboy Thompson was trying to go in and landing a couple of his jabs and stuff. But we spoke about it last week, and I think the key to this fight was if Wonderboy could up his pace, up his output, land more shots, and if Woodley could find the target more, find the takedowns more. And Woodley found less. He got one takedown, but he's the same or less, found less shots. He landed one, maybe two in the last round, landed a small grazing one in the second round, and nothing else. Wonderboy landed loads of body shots, but almost nothing to the head, maybe two head kicks that kind of didn't even fully hit Woodley, and that was it. You know,
I think one of the head kicks did kind of stun Woodley for a second, but it wasn't full power. I think Wonderboy Thompson was very tentative to throw or very afraid to throw his kicks because of the takedown in the first two rounds. And then in the third round, he'd been taken down by Woodley, so he kind of knew he'd lost that round and he could throw a few kicks, and he actually had good success compared to the first, or more success compared to the first two rounds in the little bits in the times that he did throw the kicks and the spinning attacks. But then he went in the fourth round. He went back to kind of trying to just outpoint Woodley, and Woodley didn't want to lead, and it just turned into as you say, a bit of a staring match. But I actually enjoyed watching it. Like, it was kind of like at any moment either one could explode, and you couldn't take your eyes off it, kind of thing. But obviously, it wasn't the best fight ever or anything like that. There was way better fights on the undercard.
Yeah, I think that's grand for one and a half. Come up, like you see that with Anderson Silva fights before, but when it happens for 4 rounds and 4 minutes, it just gets a bit much. Like, there was not, and especially especially after it happened in the first fight as well. It was basically the same fight, except less happened. And I don't think there was that tenseness. Like, watching, say, the David Hay Tony Bellew boxing match there at the weekend, there was kind of, you thought someone was going to get knocked out at any stage. You know, you were just waiting for a Mark Hunt against JDS from years ago. You know, it was like that. It was tense. You were on a knife edge kind of thing, or on the edge of your seat. But I didn't feel that at all in this. I don't know. Like, Wonderboy was catching him with some nice counters, definitely doing the smoother, better work. But there was just nothing for me. I don't think either guy did enough. I was very, very disappointed in both of them. I thought it was a horrendous fight, and, you know, just a bad fight. And I was expecting to be a lot better than the first, to be honest, and it just didn't. It didn't.
I don't really see how Woodley ended up getting the decision, especially with the old rules being in place at the time. I thought 1, 2, and 4 were pretty clearly Thompson. I can see a 10-8 in the third. I can see why people gave that, but I wouldn't, because
in the fifth, you mean?
Or in the fifth, sorry. He only had about 20 seconds of dominance. I think he definitely dropped Thompson, and then. But he wasn't. He had his wits about him still, and then when he got up, he got hit with that big right hook and got dropped, and then he got hit to the back of the head, and he was definitely all over the place. But the rest of the round was very tentative, and that's the scoring, especially even in the new system. I think John McCarthy called it the 3 Ds. What is it? Domination, damage, and duration. You need 2 of them 3 for a 10-8 round, and he didn't have the duration or the domination of the round. He only had the damage. So I think it was a 10-9 round for Woodley, and I think it should have been 48-47 for Wonderboy. But it was close. It was close. I don't think it was a robbery.
Anyone who scored that at 10-8, go back and listen to the last 90 seconds what Graham just said there, because that's perfect. It was 100% a 10-9 round. Was not a 10-8 round. I agree with you. In the new scoring system, it wasn't a 10-8 round either. In the old scoring system, definitely not. I think every round was pretty easy to score. The one that kind of swung it was the second round. And this is, I saw a lot of people talking about this online, and there's a lot of people misunderstanding the rules here, or implementing the rules they want them to implement, or they want them to be implemented, right? people are looking at that scored for Tyron Woodley. They're looking at the shot Tyron Woodley landed, which grazed Wonderboy with the glove and cut him under his eye, right? They're saying he won the round because of that damage, right? If you're
That's
looking,
cosmetic damage. It's not even real damage.
100%. There's aesthetic damage, I call it, like that,
and then impact damage.
100%, 100%. Wonderboy, look at the shots Wonderboy landed to his body, and body shots count. Make no mistake about it. Look at the shot Wonderboy landed to his eye that made his eye swell up. For me, the one that made his eye swell up was more of a damaging shot than the one that cut Wonderboy. If you want to say the same, fair enough. But then look at all the body shots Wonderboy landed. There's no way in hell that you can score that round for Tyron Woodley. He did nothing else apart from he did. He actually landed one. He landed a better shot on Wonderboy than the one that cut him, and he landed those 2 shots, and that was it. Wonderboy landed maybe 5, 6 good, very, very good shots to the body, and he landed that punch to the I think it was a right hook to the eye that made Woodley's eye swell up. There's only one way to score that round. It was 100% a Wonderboy round. The first round I thought it was actually even a little bit closer than the second round. Almost nothing happened. Woodley did nothing at all, didn't land a punch. And Wonderboy was landing those little teeps to the body. He landed a few leg kicks, actually, which I was surprised he actually threw early, because I thought Woodley would catch him, and I thought that was going to be how the fight would go on. I thought he'd get a little bit of confidence from that, but he just never did. He never opened up. Personally, I thought it was a really, really easy fight to score. It was obviously 3 rounds to 2 to Wonderboy. I was really surprised when they read out the decision. I didn't see any way Tyron Woodley won that fight, and I don't think he did win it, to be honest.